welcome to my channel, The X. Have you ever wondered why we can't hear sounds in space? Today we're diving into a question that has intrigued many of us, sparking curiosity and wonder. It's about sound and its mysterious journey. You may have heard some ideas, like sound can travel anywhere, or perhaps sound doesn't need anything to travel through. But are these ideas accurate, or are they mere misconceptions? Stay tuned to uncover the mystery behind the silence of the universe. To understand why we can't hear sounds in space, we first need to grasp what sound is. Picture sound as a domino effect, where one thing leads to another in a continuous chain. Sound is not like light, which can travel through the vacuum of space. It's a mechanical wave, needing a medium to carry its energy from one place to another. Now, imagine a guitar string plucked into motion. This vibrating string pushes and pulls on air particles, creating a disturbance that travels through the air as a wave of pressure changes. The same principle applies whether the medium is air, water, or even a metal rod. The vibrating object causes particles in these substances to move, creating a chain reaction of vibrations. This is the sound wave. So, when we talk about sound, we're really talking about how energy is transferred through a medium via vibrations. In essence, no medium, no sound. Now you might wonder, why can't sound travel in space? A fascinating question. You see, sound needs something to travel through. A medium, if you will. This could be a solid, a liquid, or a gas. These mediums are filled with particles which vibrate and bump into each other, passing the sound along. But let's consider space. Space is almost a vacuum, a vast expanse nearly void of these necessary particles. It's not a perfect vacuum, of course. There are still some atoms and particles scattered about, but they are few and far between. Imagine, if you will, a lone drummer in the middle of a desert, pounding away at his drum. The sound of his drumming can travel for miles carried by the air particles, but in space, our drummer would be surrounded by emptiness. His drumming would create vibrations, but with no air particles to carry these vibrations, there would be no sound. So, in the vast emptiness of space, sound has no medium to travel through. Want to see this concept in action? Here is a simple experiment you can do at home. Let's explore this idea with an experiment using everyday objects. You'll need a bell jar, a ringing bell, and a vacuum pump. Now, a bell jar is a glass container with a flat base and a dome-shaped lid. You can find one in a science supply store or online. The bell and the vacuum pump might be a bit harder to locate, but they are essential for this experiment. Now, place the ringing bell inside the bell jar. As we start the experiment, you'll notice that you can hear the bell clearly. That's because sound waves from the bell are traveling through the air in the jar to your ears. Next, attach the vacuum pump to the jar and start removing the air. As the pump does its job, you'll notice something interesting. The sound of the bell starts to become fainter. It's not that the bell is ringing any less loudly. Instead, there are less and less air molecules in the jar for the sound waves to vibrate. Eventually, when all of the air has been removed from the jar, you won't be able to hear the bell at all. It's still ringing, but without a medium, the air, to carry the sound waves, the sound can't reach your ears. You've just witnessed how sound needs a medium to travel. So we learned today that sound requires a medium to travel. It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? Let's revisit what we've explored. Sound, as we've discovered, is a mechanical wave. It's not a self-sustaining entity. It needs something, a medium, to move through. Be it air, water, or even a solid like a wall, sound uses these mediums to propagate its waves and reach our ears. Then we headed to outer space where there's a lack of medium. No air, no water, no solid matter. And what does that mean? Exactly, no sound. It's a strange thought, but a spaceship exploding in the vast expanses of the universe would be utterly silent. We also brought this concept home, literally, with a simple experiment. We saw how sound travels through different mediums, reinforcing the fact that sound needs a medium to travel. Remember, next time you watch a sci-fi movie with exploding spaceships, know that in reality, space battles would be eerily silent. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos like this. Have a nice day.